the point is the fourth house is all of these different things. It's like where your roots are, and that can be defined in so many ways, starting with your own deep relationship with your soul and extending out. If Star Trek comes true, planet Earth, that's my home. I'm from Earth. You know, oh, I hear Earth is cool, you know, or not. Glad you got out. You know? Okay, well, that's kind of a quick seminar, obviously, in the fourth house. And so we see a wound connected with roots in Nelson Mandela. And I would be wide open to the idea of some stress. There's, the Aries element linked to family of origin dynamics. That's probably the simplest illustration here. But sort of jumping to the obvious, that he's a man from South Africa. And talk about a troubled place to be from if you're born in 1918. I mean, no matter what color you are, it's a troubled place to be born in 1918, and especially if you're a native African, given the hard realities of apartheid. Might we have a wound of anger connected with Aries, relative to stress within the roots? Easy to understand. There are situations where I never fault anybody for being angry. There are situations that are unfair and infuriating. Let's go a little further. We begin to have something of a feeling here. We have that Chiron opposed by Mars up there. So Mars rules it, but opposed by a Libra Mars in the 11th house. And so what is against this Chiron? You start off with the 11th house, the collective, the tribe in the broadest sense. This is house of friends historically. Some of you, perhaps at my lecture about the succeeding houses yesterday, where the 11th house, it isn't friends as we would normally use that word. It's group associations. And with Mars there opposing the Chiron, the group doesn't look welcoming or friendly. It looks like Mars. It may have a certain attractiveness. There's Libra, something a bit aristocratic. So what did the white rulers of South Africa look like to the black Africans? Kind of Libran, they're the ones with the cars, the houses, et cetera. I mean, and I'm cheating in a way because we know Nelson Mandela's story, but we can see it so clearly in the symbols. Here's where we're going to take it a step deeper. I want to just go a little bit further, and then we'll take a little break. Always a principle I would encourage you to follow. I've already demonstrated it once. Let me spell it out again here. Whenever you're trying to understand Chiron, you're trying to understand as multidimensionally as you can the nature of a person's wound. There are various symbols in astrology that help you understand the nature of the wound. Chiron is only one of them. The south node of the moon, probably the single most helpful. The planet Pluto, I put that one on the list too for wounds. So as we think about the south node, as we think about the Pluto and try to integrate it with what we see about the Chiron, we begin to have a much more fleshed out, multidimensional picture.